Great, good morning, officers. Today in this video, we are going to talk about UPSC Civil Services 2021 Men's Examination Optional Subject Syllabus. And the subject is Electrical Engineering, both Paper 1 as well as Paper 2. We are here going to only read the syllabus of 2021 UPSC Civil Services Examination Optional Subject. So let us start with point number 1. Circuits theory, a circuits component, network graphs, KCL and KVL, circuit analysis methods, nodal analysis, and maze. Analysis, basic network theorems and applications, transient analysis, RL, RC, and RLC circuits, sinusoidal steady state analysis, resonant circuits, coupled circuit, balanced three-phase circuit, two port networks. Point number 2, signals and system representation of continuous time and discrete time signals and systems, LTI, and convolutions impulse response time domain, analysis of LTI system based on convolutions and differential difference equation, Fourier transform and Laplace transform, jet transform, transfer function, sampling and recovery of signal, DFT, FFT, processing of analog signals through discrete time systems. Point number 3, EM theory, Maxwell's equations, wave propagation, bounded media boundary conditions, reflection and refraction of the plane waves, transmission lines, traveling and standing waves, impedance matching and Smith chart. Point number 4, analog electronics, characteristic and equivalent circuits, large and small signals of diode and BJT, JFET and MOSFET diode circuits, clipping and chapping, rectifiers, vasing and vas stability, FET amplifiers, current meter amplifier signals, and multi-stage differential operational feedbacks and power analysis of amplifier frequency response of amplifiers, OPAMP circuits, filters, sinusoidal oscillators, criterion for oscillation, signal transistor, and OPAMP configuration functions, generators, and the wave shaping circuits, linear and switching power supplies. Now, point number 5, digital electronics, Boolean algebra, minimization of Boolean functions, logic gates, digital IC families, TTL, ECL, and MOS, CMOS, combinational circuits, arithmetic circuits, code converters, multiplexers and decoder, sequential circuits, latches and the flip-flops, counters and the shift registers, comparators and the timer, multi-vibrators, assemble and hold circuits, ADG and DAC, semiconductors, memories, logic implementation using programmable devices, ROM, PLA, and FPGA. Point number 6, energy conversion, principles of electromagnetic engineering, energy conversions, torque and EMF in rotating machines and DC machines, a characteristic and the performance analysis, starting and the speed control of motor transformers, principle of operation and analysis, regulation, efficiency, three-phase transformer, three-phase induction machines, and synchronous machines, characteristic and performance analysis, speed control. Point number 7, power electronics and electric devices, semiconductors, power devices, diode, transistor, thyristors, diodes, GTO, and MOSFET, static characteristic and principle of operation, triggering circuits, phase control, rectifiers, bridge converters, fully control and half control, principle of thyristors, choppers, and inverters, DC and DC converters, switch mode inverters, basic concept of speed control of the DC and AC motors, derives applications of variable speed drivers. Point number 8, analog communication, random variables, continuous, discrete, probability and probability functions, statistical averages, probability models, random signals and noise, white noise, noise equivalent bandwidth signals, transmission with noise signals to noise ratio, linear CW modulation, amplitude modulation, DSP, SC, and SSB modulators and demodulators, phase and frequency modulation, PM and FM signals, narrow band FM generation and detections of FM and PM, dim passes and pre-passes, CW modulation system, super heterodyne receivers, AM receivers, communication receivers, FM receivers, phase locked loop, SSB receiver signals to noise ratio calculation, or AM and FM receivers. Now we are going to read the paper 2 syllabus of UPSC Civil Services Examination. Men's examination, Now, macro. Point number one, control systems. Elements of control system, block diagrams, representations of the loop, open loops, closed loop system principle, and application of the feedback control system component, LTI systems, and time domain and transform domain analysis. Stability and route, Hurwitz criterion, root Loki body plots and the polar plots, Nyquist criterion, design of lead lag compensators, proportional PI and PID controllers, state variables representation and analysis of control systems. Microprocessors and the microcomputers, PC organization, CPU, instruction set, register, stemming diagrams, programming interrupts, memory interfacing, I/O interfacing, programmable peripheral devices. Now, point number three, measurement and instrumentations, error analysis, measurement of the current voltage, power, energy, power factor, resistance, inductance, capacitance, and frequency, breeze measurement, signals, conditioning circuits, electronic measuring instruments, multimeter, CRO, digital voltmeter, frequency counter, Q meter, spectrum analysis, distortions meters, transducers, and thermocouples, thermistors, and LVDT, strain gauge, and piezoelectric crystals. Point number four, power system analysis and control. Steady state performance of overhead transmission lines and cables, principle of active and reactive power transfer, distribution per unit quantities versus admittance and impedance matrice, load flow, voltage control, and the power factor correction, economic operations, matrical components, analysis of symmetrical and unsymmetrical faults. Unsymmetrical faults, a concept of the system stability, swing curves, and the equal area criterion, static VAR system, basic concept of HVDC and transmission. Point number five, power system protection. Principle of overcurrent, differential and distance protection, concept of the solid state relay circuit by workers, computer aided protection, introduction, line bus generator, transformers protection, numeric relays, and applications of the DSP to protection. Now the digital communication, the plus code modulation, differential plus code modulation, DPC, delta modulation, DM, and digital modulation. Demodulation skims amplitude, phase, and frequency, keeping skims ASK and PSK and FSK, errors control coding, error detection and correction, and the linear block codes, compilation codes, information measures, and the source code coding, data networks, and cellular architectures. So these are the syllabus of paper 2 optional subject, electrical engineering, UPSC Civil Services 2021. So thank you once again. Have a great day.